the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Brady.
This one swung out here to Jones.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Mitchell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Mitchell down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the...
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Mitchell able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Brady going to bring the Bucks up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Brady now to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Brady to throw again. A check down here to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bucks passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He completes it to Jones. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Here's Smith to return it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they work this out past the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Wilson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for only a couple. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one. They
go quickly here out to Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, he finds more. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bucks passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. From the 39, Brady. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
It's complete to Brown, right side. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards. They hand this one to Gronk. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And Brady will sneak it, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bucks are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On first down, Mitchell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Brady now on first down. Complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucks passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Brady again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Jones. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The give is to Jones. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. it just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they shouldn't.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Woo, yeah!
Picked off at the 38. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Now Brady looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bucks, they improved to 14